A pair of 5 and 4 teams lock horns tonight at Ashe County High School with second place in the Mountain Valley Conference on the line. Good evening, I'm Tyler Ashe along with Nathan Ham, and welcome into Ashe County High School for a highly anticipated matchup between two of the top area teams, and one has revenge on its mind as the Ashe County Huskies host the rival Starmount Rams. These are two teams still with aspirations of another Mountain Valley title, although they will need some help, but one thing's for sure, the squads will look to take care of the task at hand and gun for a big-time victory tonight. Lots of big storylines make for an intriguing matchup here in this one tonight, Nate.
Yeah, two really good teams going at it tonight. Of course, Starmount ruined Ashe's perfect season attempt last year, and you know the Huskies would like to come in tonight and get a little revenge from that loss. But as you said, both teams still hoping to get a share of that conference title. They will need East Wilkes to get defeated tonight. But first things first, both these teams have to go out there and try to take care of business and help their own cause.
And we'll see Ashe County receive the opening kickoff of tonight's contest. And Nate, maybe thankfully for the Huskies, we know last year they deferred to the second half. They kicked it off, and John Johnson made them pay.
Yeah, right out of the gate, the Huskies down early this year won't be the same. They'll get the ball first and see if they can maybe put Starmount behind early themselves.
And a bit of a surprising twist last year. We were expecting a very tightly contested matchup, and really Starmount had their way from that opening kickoff, set the tone early in last year's game, and won it by a final of 40-19.
Yeah, the Rams certainly looked really motivated last year to give Ashe their first loss, and certainly followed through with that. And turns out that Starmount team is a pretty darn good football team. Went all the way to the state title game.
Yeah, and you only lose to Wallace Rose Hill by 13 in the state championship. Went on to finish with a very impressive 12-4 season as we see the Huskies come onto the field here at Ashe County High School, fired up after a big win last week on the road against a struggling North Wilkes squad to the tune of 43-0. And but I think we're not going to have a continuous clock here tonight in this one, Nate.
Yeah, I'd say this game will be a close one right down to the end. Both teams pretty well matched together. Completely different offenses, but lots of good talent and speed on both sides of the ball.
And tell us a little bit about contrasting styles that we're going to see on the offensive sides for both teams.
Well, you'll certainly see Starmount just want to run the ball right at you. They'll throw a few passes to keep you off balance, but you're going to get a big-time dose of Brandon Prescott and Trey Lomax, as well as you'll see their quarterback do a little bit of stuff as well. But for the most part, they've got two big workhorse backs, and they're going to feed them to them all night long.
And his team's lined up to kick this one away. Starmount in the visiting white with the orange pants, Huskies in the home purple. And before we kick things off, we would like to thank our communications partner, Carolina West Wireless, reminding you that 4G LTE is here. As we take a look at the Miller Insurance scoreboard, getting ready to crank it up for Friday night football on Sky Zone Sports. Buckle up, should be in for a great matchup here tonight between the Starmount Rams and the Ashe County Huskies. Both teams still eyeing that Mountain Valley Conference title. As we mentioned, going to need some help, though, in the form of Wilkes Central tonight. And how many times do we say that, Nate? Husky fans going to be cheering for the Eagles.
Yeah, one of the few times you'll hear that at all. But tonight, yeah, they definitely need Wilkes Central to be able to take down East Wilkes.
So two highly anticipated matchups taking place tonight, and you'll have front row view of one of those here this evening at Ashe County High School in West Jefferson. Beautiful night for football, and we're just about ready to crank it up here on Sky Zone Sports, waiting for the officials to blow this one in play and get underway in tonight's much-anticipated matchup. Ashe County going to be looking for some revenge. Starmount going to be looking to keep their winning ways against Ashe County going. Referees blow this one in play. Ashe County lined up deep to receive. And we are underway at Ashe County High School. A short kickoff will be fielded just shy of the 30-yard line. And a pretty good return here for the Ashe County Huskies from Houck. And they'll start off this drive, the opening possession of the ball game. 1st and 10 on their own 40.
Yeah, good starting field position for the Huskies. Of course, they'll be missing a few key players for tonight's game. And hopefully the backups can come in and help out and see if they can help Ashe get a win.
And we'll take a look at the Ashe County Ford keys to tonight's football game. Of course, Ashe County got to limit the big plays. Going to have to stop that run of Starmount. And, of course, We saw it come back to haunt them at the end against East Wilkes. Nate being able to convert drives and finish them off in the opponent's red zone territory. First play from scrimmage, Colin Ellis taking off, showing off his wheels, has the first down, and quickly the Huskies find themselves in Starmount territory.
Nice opening play, and quickly Ashe marching into Ram territory here. Coach Hampton liking to see that from his offense.
13-yard gain on that play.
And on cue, our K&K Stitch and Screen player to watch, Nate. We look at these statistics for Colin Ellis. He's just at 50% on his completion percentage. Of course, that's going up every week. And talk about that, 21 touchdown passes and 9 on the ground, 30 combined touchdowns from your junior QB, adapting well to his switch of position this season. Now Ellis dancing out of trouble, fires a bullet to McNeil. He pays the price for that catch.
Pass completed to Mason McNeil. He gets the ball up near the 40-yard
nice little
line.
gain there, but a great tackle after the fact.
The Huskies, a 2nd and 3rd now coming up.
Bring up 2nd down, and 3 yards to go for the Huskies. Ball just shy of the 40-yard line in Starmount territory. Looking good so far in this opening drive. And Nate, we talk about the missing pieces for the Huskies. No Judd Price, no Sky Sullivan. We'll see if that plays a role in tonight's contest. Ellis going to the air once again, fires it on the near side. This one is incomplete, looking in the way of McNeil.
Yeah, looked like Mason just let that one slip through his hands just a little bit. But as you said, Ashe certainly missing some key parts as well. And we'll see a lot of Grant Thompson in tonight. I'm sure we'll see plenty of Sam Hudler as well. You know, Coach Hampton doesn't want to change the offense up too much, especially when one of those missing pieces is your starting running back as well. So I'm sure we'll see a whole lot of Colin Ellis tonight.
Ellis going to keep it this time. He's got the first down inside the 35, makes a couple of moves, still on his feet, will be drugged down. Not before he gets down to the 29-yard line, move those sticks again.
Ellis having his way so far with the Starmount defense. They're really dropping back, expecting to throw, and Ellis taking advantage of that with these nice little quarterback runs.
So at wideout tonight, so far we've seen Sam Hudler lined up to the left. Mason McNeil, of course, a mainstay in this Ashe County offense. Grant Thompson and number 88, Simon Houck. Hudler and Houck each had great games last week for the Ashe County Huskies. A big part of this offense, putting up 43 points on the road against the North Wilkes Vikings. Looking to go to the air again as Ellis skates out of trouble once. He's not, oh, he slips away again, still on his feet, and then slips as the grass gets a hold of him. Nate, we talk about that. He's undefeated.
Yeah, the turf monster never loses.
So a big-time loss for the Ashe County Huskies, all the way back to the 44-yard line. Call that one a loss of about 15 on the play. Brings up 2nd down. We'll call it 25 for the Huskies. 4 wide set, trips to the near side of the field. Ellis, bit of a high snap, recovers nicely though, fires a nice pass, a little low, and in out of the hands of Simon Houck. That'll bring up 3rd and a mile for the Ashe County Huskies.
Yeah, not a whole lot of play calls for this situation.
Long to go to the first down marker.
3rd down and 25. What are you drawing up here? Maybe a screen play?
Yeah, just try to get a few yards, see if you can maybe if they decide to go for a 4th down, make the 4th down play a little bit more manageable. But I would expect if they don't get anything here, you'd certainly see a punt.
Ellis, 3rd and 25, joined by John Revis in the backfield. Looking to throw all the way, delivers a good ball downfield, and this one off the mark, however. Maybe a bit of miscommunication that time from the quarterback and the wide receivers, and quickly going to bring up 4th and 25 for the Ashe County Huskies. And with that, we'll see the Huskies line up to punt this one away as we see Mason McNeil drop back to boot this one deep, trying to pin Starmount deep in their own territory. And it's a good high kick that will go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. And how about that punt from Mason McNeil?
Yeah, good punt there. That'll back Starmount up and give this Husky defense some good field position to work with here, try to keep the Rams pinned back and force a punt themselves.
So they're going to give them a long field to work with. Great job in the special teams there from Ashe County Huskies. And Giving McNeil time to boot that one deep. Winds it out of bounds. They'll start out on their own, we'll call it 6-yard line here, 1st and 10. We talked about it early in the season. The Huskies, of course, lost a lot of weapons off of last year's team that was one of the best in school, the best season in school history. Starmount, they lose a lot as well, but they still have some weapons back. Of course, we know they don't have a John Johnson or a Trey Bryan or Zach Freed at the quarterback position, but they've still got some guys to watch out for.
Yeah, certainly do. Brandon Prescott, one of the top rushers in the conference this season. You'll see Trey Lomax as well. And quarterback Andrew Smithers taking over from the spot.
And the ball comes loose there, Nate. Sorry to interrupt. Looks like Starmount will recover. Well, that would have been huge there for the Huskies right off the bat.
Yeah, that would have been a nice start if they could have recovered that fumble and had really good field position for their offense early in the first quarter.
That will result in the ball being placed at the
So Starmount recovers the fumble.
Very close to the first
and it
down
goes for a
marker.
gain
Starmount
of
will have a
8.
coming up.
Brings up 2nd down and 2. This wing offense, heavy on the run. Smithers hands this one off, going nowhere.
Handoff to Mullins.
Handoff went to number 6, Peyton Mullins.
Stop short.
Stopped for a loss of about a yard on the play.
Tackle for the Huskies. Slight loss on the play.
So 3rd and a long 2 now upcoming for Starmount on their own 14-yard line. See if this Ashe defense can do their job and get this Ram offense off of the field. Man in motion, counter handoff, and that one is stuffed, going nowhere. And how about that gang tackle from that Husky defensive front?
Yeah, it looked like Ben Brown, one of the first in there with that hit from the linebacker spot, and that's a great job on 3rd down. Rams get very little on that, if anything at all.
Richardson also in, as well as Tristan Jones on the tackle. So 4th down and 2, and now we'll see Starmount line up to punt. Standing from his own 1, he'll boot this one away. Barely gets it off. It's a good high kick. And takes a bit of a Starmount roll as it comes out of bounds on the near sideline. Will be blown dead at the 46-yard line. And Ashe going to have a nice short field to work with once again.
Yeah, the defense did their job on that. Kept Starmount backed up and forced a punt. And the Huskies will take over with the ball in Starmount territory already.
So neither offense been able to sustain a great drive yet, as we've seen a pair of punts already tonight's ball game. Starmount forced to a 3-and-out. We'll see if Ashe can straighten it up here on their 2nd offensive possession. Nice short field to work with, 46 yards to go between them and the end zone. Ellis will line his men up in the gun, 4-wide set. See if the air raid offense can take flight. Here's Ellis going to keep it on the ground, and he cuts back, makes a nice move, going to be tripped up near the 1st down marker. And how about that run once again from the junior quarterback?
Ellis already finding plenty of running room here early on. Passing game so far not quite clicking yet, but Ellis on the ground, that's worked almost every time he's done it.
Number 17, Gatlin Wellborn, outside linebacker, in on the stop. They'll say he was just about a yard shy. 2nd down and less than a yard now for the Ashe County Huskies. Ball on the 36-yard line. As Ashe lines up here, gets to work again on offense. See if Ellis decides to strike deep. He's going to tuck it. He's got the 1st down, makes a couple of nice moves, got some open field, and will finally be wrapped up, and not before he gets down inside the 25, although we do see some laundry on the field back at the 28.
Lomax, number 21. Good for the 1st down and then some. Ashe County brings the ball up near the
great field vision once again from the signal caller quarterback. But we'll see if this one's coming back. Could be a hold against the Huskies. And it will be a blocking infraction against Ashe, so this one's coming back.
Block in the back penalty called against the Huskies.
It'll be a block in the back against Ashe County. And that will negate the nice run. Make it 2nd down. About 2 yards to go for the 1st. It's the only good thing there, Nate. At least it didn't happen back behind the line of scrimmage for the Huskies.
Yeah, happening downfield helped them out in terms of the 1st down situation here.
So we'll redo it on 2nd down and 2. Ellis looking to air this one again. Fires a dart that is caught Simon Houck makes the nice reception. He's all the way down near the 20-yard line.
That's a perfect throw there to Houck, and reels that one in. And so far, no flags on the field on that one, so that will be a first down for the Huskies.
Move the sticks. Pardue in on the stop there, the junior cornerback for Starmount. The Huskies looking good on their second offensive possession. They'll be in red zone territory, 1st and 10. Right on the 20-yard line. Ellis lines up 3 receivers to the left, Hudler to the right. Revis joins him in the backfield, throws a ball across the middle to McNeil, and he wasn't ready for that one.
That throw got on McNeil pretty quick there. Looked like it was a little bit further inside than McNeil was looking as well. No harm done, though, to be 2nd down.
Back to the 20-yard line, 2nd and 10 for the Huskies. Here at the 6:18 mark. Still no score in tonight's contest in the opening frame. Huskies threatening on this drive, however. Ellis, straight quarterback keep. Cuts it out to the outside now, looking back in, and he'll be slung down, but not before he gets down to the 10-yard line, and another 10-yard pickup from Ellis.
This rushing attack from Ellis really keeping the Rams off guard here. They're not really sure what to expect, whether they're going to see Ellis drop back and throw it or see him running it. But right now, the offense entirely running through our junior quarterback.
So they'll mark it right on the 10 for a 1st and goal now for Ashe County. Let's see if they can finish off this drive. They're the first team to reach red zone territory tonight. Ellis takes the shotgun snap, and he'll take it himself, and he is met after he gets about a yard or two, still fighting his way forward. And they'll finally blow this one dead. He gets it close to that 5-yard line. A nice, powerful run once again.
Yeah, good job there from the line, helping to push the pile, as they say. But looks like they'll mark it a little bit short of where the play ended up, but still a decent 4-yard gain there.
2nd and goal from the 7 upcoming. See if the Huskies can cap off this drive with some points. As we approach the 5-minute mark, still no score. Ellis keeping it again, evades one tackler, does a little shake, now spins, and maybe gets a yard on the play when it's all said and done. Little to nothing on that play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and goal for the Huskies.
I think the Rams really sniffed that one out. Could have had him down for a loss, but Ellis able to spin out of the way of that and end up getting about a yard.
And hey, we talk about the struggles of Ashe County against Starmount. It's been a long time since they've defeated the Rams.
Yeah, it's really been a all Starmount series. I think Ashe has beat them either once or twice since they joined the conference, but Starmount's had several victories, and they've just had a good stretch of play. The Rams have been at the top of the conference pretty much every year since they've been in the Mountain Valley 1A, 2A. So certainly no shame on the Huskies falling to them. A lot of teams have.
What is it, 2007, the last time Ashe was able to knock off Starmount?
That seems about right.
That's a long time ago, 8 years. And looking at it, Starmount always, as you said, the cream of the crop in the Mountain Valley. 7 consecutive seasons of 10-plus wins.
They've really been a really stalwart team, and this year will be one of those years where unless they make a big playoff run, they may not get to that 10-win mark, but still a very solid team.
3rd and goal from the 7. Ellis keeping himself eyeing that goal line. He will be snuffed out short of a touchdown, but he's going to be very close, about the 1 or 2 yard line. That penalty we saw there was just a sideline warning. Now you're allowed to get one of those before penalty yards come into effect. So it's going to bring up 4th down and goal. Ball just inside the 2-yard line for the Huskies. You bring on the kicker, you go for it, set the tone early in this contest.
I don't blame Coach Hampton here. Looks like he's going to go for it. I don't blame him for trying to set that tone early. You can punch it in right here and just really hit Starmount in the mouth on this drive.
And before we will see the upcoming play, Coach Hampton wants to talk it over with his guys. It is a Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout. Little's Health and Fitness in West Jefferson reminding you to take time out of your day. Head to the gym, get active at Little's in West Jefferson. So no score as we hit the 3:36 mark in the opening frame. Both defenses holding strong to this point, each pitching a shutout. So we're We're almost through the first period of action tonight, but Ashe County going to be coming up with a big play. It's 4th down and goal. Ball right just inside, we'll say, the 2-yard line. It'll be on the left hash mark. Is this a time where you just let Ellis keep it himself, or do you let him do it with his arm?
Well, so far tonight, he's really had a great job, able to pick up positive yards on the ground. Hasn't been stopped for a loss, maybe once when he slipped down earlier, but you just need a couple yards. I wouldn't be surprised to see him just pile it up behind the offensive line, see if he can get those yards. Or maybe a short slant play over the middle could be left open by the Rams, but the playbook's pretty much wide open here.
Could go in the way of the sophomore tailback, Revis, as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's we've saw him does a good job keeping those legs moving and always falling forward, it seems.
He's going forward on 4th down. They'll bring in Richards as an extra blocker. Ellis keeping it himself, and he's not going to get there. Great penetration by that Starmount defense. Gatlin Wellborn penetrated the line and made the stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good job there by a sophomore linebacker. We're going to probably be calling his name quite a bit over the next couple of years. A very nice explosive play from Wellborn. And that's certainly not what Ashe wanted, but the defense will have them backed up here. Can't get them much further back than the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they'll spot it at the 1. This is danger zone now for Starmount. As you said, on their own 1-yard line. This Ashe defense, if I'm Coach Hampton, I'm telling them to go for it right here. Bring the house.
Yeah, might as well.
They stack the box. It's going to be close. Did he get out? They'll say he did. Barely gets to the line of scrimmage. They might net him a yard, if that, of forward progress. Huskies trying to collapse on that middle and make a big stop, trying to force a safety.
2nd and 10 coming up.
Little to no gain on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 10, just across the 1-yard line for Starmount. They just bringing in the blockers here, telling everybody to hold their ground. And here's some move to the outside for Prescott. Plenty of real estate across the 10 and the 15. Sam Hudler finally going to force him out of bounds. But how about that gain? You think they're going up the middle, and they dances outside and caught the Ashe defense kind of napping on that one.
Yeah, somebody for the Huskies lost a little bit of contain there on the edge. Prescott, he's got pretty good speed. He makes them pay right there. That's a big-time gain. Certainly gets them out of the shadows of their own goalpost. We'll
call that a gain of about 22 on the play as he works it out to the 23-yard line. Always talk about giving up those 20-plus yarders. That's a big one for the Rams coming up there on 2nd down and 10. Man in motion. So an end-around play, trying to get the edge. Shakes off Hudler and then fights forward. It's going to be right there at another 1st down mark. That time on the carry, Trey Lomax. As you said, we'll be calling his name plenty tonight for the Rams.
Yeah, it's a nice little tandem the Rams have going here with Prescott and Lomax. And that's been pretty much their whole offense this whole season. The quarterback doesn't do a whole lot back there in terms of running the ball, but he will catch you napping every now and then with a pass.
And that was a gain of about 12 on the play, so a 1st down netted by the Rams. 1st and 10 now from the 34. Counter handoff. Prescott gets it again. Bounced off one tackler and will not get past any more. Leading the way, Ben Brown in on the action, as well as Tristan Jones, and you can conclude pretty much that entire Husky defensive line.
Yeah, I just read that one a lot better than previous plays. And Prescott had absolutely nowhere to go on that one.
Ran out of real estate. 2nd down and 10 now upcoming. No gain on the previous play for the Rams. Under a minute and a half to play in this opening frame of the contest. Smithers with a man in motion. Prescott gets the carry. He's dangerous in open field. He gets out across the 45. Stopped down in Husky territory, just across the 50-yard line, and now Starmount will be in Husky territory for the first time tonight.
Rams putting together a nice drive that started right at their 1-yard line. They are right close to midfield.
They spotted back a little bit farther, just on their side of the 50. 1st and 10 from midfield, ball on the left hash mark. That's hard to believe, Nate. We've almost played a quarter of football, and Starmount has yet to get it in Ashe County territory.
Yeah, the Husky defense has done a good job shutting this offense down. And Ashe, every time they've had the ball, they've been able to run some clock off, just haven't been able to do anything with it, getting it in the end zone.
Man in motion, he'll get the handoff in Husky territory, now inside the 45. Tries to make a cutback move, but Hudler not having any of that on the outside edge. Garrett Miller helping him out. That was, again, Trey Lomax on the carry. Nice gainer on first down. Gets about 6. That'll bring up second down. We'll call it a long 3 to go. Starmount across midfield for the first time tonight. We'll see how they operate now. Handoff up the gut. It's 2 or 3 on the play. Just shy of a first down, they'll spot it. Bring up third down and a short one for the Rams. Ball just outside of the 40-yard line of the Ashe County Huskies.
Third and a few inches coming up now for Starmount from the 30 or the 41-yard line.
And then won't get off another play as the first quarter comes to an end. Neither team able to get anything going really offensively in that first quarter. Nothing at the end of one. We'll be back on Sky Zone Sports. Stay tuned for more Friday Night Football.
When it comes to insuring your home, business, automobiles, and property, you want an agency you can depend on. Miller Insurance has been serving this region for more than 60 years and are proud to now represent Everett Cash Mutual, which specializes in insuring farm property, equipment, livestock, and more. Before you renew your insurance policies, give us a call at 336-246-7151 or come see us in downtown West Jefferson. Miller Insurance is proud to be your hometown insurance agency that supports our hometown teams.
Little's Health and Fitness began in 1981. We are a 24/7, full-service, family-friendly fitness center with the finest equipment from Life Fitness, Hammer Strength, and Body Masters, as well as a great staff to help you get started. We have a 22-piece cardio area, so waiting is rarely a problem. We offer group classes for all levels, an extensive array of weights and machines, perfect for the beginner to advanced. We also have meal replacement shakes, tanning, dressing rooms with private showers, personal trainers, and child care is also available.
Zeros on the board as we commence the second quarter of play on Friday Night Football from Ashe County High School. Big-time rivalry matchup between the visiting Starmount Rams and the host Ashe County Huskies. Quickly back to the action, 3-1, and they get the first down. Digging deeper into Ashe County territory. Nice pickup there from Brandon Prescott.
It's tough to stop this rushing attack from the Rams when all they need is a yard. And certainly right there, Prescott able to pick that up pretty easy, and they'll keep this drive alive down to the 35-yard line.
Fresh set of downs for Starmount, as you said, as they'll set up now at the 35-yard line, 1st and 10. Getting the play call in from the the far sideline. They mix it up so much with their ball carriers on offense, and it's just Scott Johnson, he knows what he's doing there in Booneville, North Carolina. Some miscommunication, however, there. We had a couple of guys going in motion, and that's going to be called against the Rams, illegal motion. So that'll back them up 5 yards, makes it 1st down and 15. Ball spotted back at the 40-yard line. While we have a minute, we would like to thank all of our Friday Night Football sponsors here, bringing you Ashe County High School Husky Football, Carolina West Wireless, Miller Insurance, Ashe County Ford, K&K Stitch and Screen, Mountain Outfitters, and, of course, Little's Health and Fitness Center in West Jefferson. See how Starmount readjusts here after the 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down. Prescott in motion, and he'll get the carry to the left side. He's got the penalty yardage and then some as he stumbles his way down inside of the 30.
Prescott did a nice job following his blocks. Starmount pretty much every play, they're going to run to the wide side of the field and let their offensive line get out there and throw some blocks and give their running back plenty of open space to work with.
2nd down coming up now for the Rams.
2nd down, and 3 yards to go, we'll call it. As we hit the 11-minute mark in the second period, still nothing on the scoreboards for either squad. Defensives having their way tonight. Here's a handoff to Lomax, cuts it back in. He's got the 1st down and then some as he's down at the 20-yard line.
By Ben Brown. That'll be good for the 1st down.
So now Starmount working their way into the red
They
zone
take the ball
territory
to
for
the
the first
20-yard
time in
line.
tonight's contest. We'll see if they have better luck than the Huskies did on their first possession in the red zone. Ashe ended their last drive with a turnover on downs at the 1-yard line of Starmount. This drive has continued ever since then, Nate. Already a very impressive drive from the Rams.
Starmount certainly finding a way to move down the field, and this Ashe defense, they've got to stiffen up here, keep them out of the end zone.
Same play from a 2 ago, and Prescott, similar results. He's got the first down and a couple of yards, it looks like, to spare. They mark him down at the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal, Starmount.
It's been a great drive from the Rams, marching it down the field.
But hold everything, as we do have a penalty marker
Flag on that previous play.
back around the 16-yard line. Appears it was thrown in the area of holding. And indeed, that is the call. So
A holding penalty.
negate the run. We'll redo the play.
Previous play. It'll be a 1st and 15 now coming up for
It'll
the
be
Rams
first
from
down at
the
about 15
26-yard
now
line.
for the Rams of Starmount. Six out of the last 7 years they have owned or co-owned the Mountain Valley Conference title. Of course, Ashe County putting together a nice string of their own. They've shared the last 2 with the Starmount team. We know both of these teams would like to get their share of it again this season as we see the handoff go up the middle. That was number 15. First time we called his name tonight, Brendan Eads, sophomore tailback. A lot of young underclassmen on this year's squad, Nate.
Yeah, Starmount did lose quite a bit of players from last year's team. Pretty much their entire starting backfield graduated. So whole new group of runners for the Rams this year. And you'll see some of these guys for the next couple of years. Of course, Prescott, at least thankfully for a lot of opponents in the conference, this will be his last year for the Rams. But Lomax, some of these other kids, just some sophomores out there.
Here comes the carry. You said it. They like to go to the big side of the field, and that proves true once again. Eads again, the ball carrier, gets it down inside the 20, spotted down at the 18-yard line for a gain of 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Rams. Needing to get it down to that 10-yard line. Needing 8 yards to keep this drive alive. Quick ball game up to this point. As we talked about it, both teams moving the ball on offense, unable to capitalize and turn those into points. Play action now, throwing on the run. A bad throw, tipped around, and ultimately will fall to the turf, incomplete. Great hands there by the defense of Ashe County Huskies. Not sure who got his hands on that one, batted it down to the ground.
Yeah, certainly a tough throw there from Smithers. Not sure if he lost control of that pass or what. It looked like he just went about straight up in the air. It really had no chance of going anywhere.
So now they're going to line up for the field goal on 4th down and 8. Be about a 35-yard field goal attempt on the way. Good snap, good hold, kick well short though, and off the mark as well. So the Huskies come out unscathed despite giving up the big-time drive. So both teams, Nate, 0 for 1 in red zone territory.
Yeah, defense is certainly ruling the roost so far. They're pretty much doing whatever they want out there. They've given up a few yards on both sides, but when it's come down to in the red zone play, the defenses, they've just absolutely stood the ground.
So after the missed field goal, the Ashe County Huskies come back onto the field on offense, hoping that the 3rd time will be a charm. Still trying to get some points up on the scoreboard. It'll be 1st and 10, ball on their own 20-yard line. Ellis with Revis, twin receivers to the left and right. Looking to go to the air, and everything closes quickly, tries to escape there on the run, but to no avail.
Holds on to that ball. He's stopped by Corey
Carson,
for Starmount.
the middle linebacker, making a nice stop on the first down play.
Nice job reading that play and not overrunning anything there. Ellis just had nowhere to go in the air, tried to scramble, but nothing doing.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Ball in the middle of the field on the 20-yard line. Huskies, no back set, empty. 5 wide receivers. Throwing it on first. Pass is caught. Turning it up the field goes Mason McNeil. It's a nice block from Hudler for a few extra yardage and picks up 21 in the process.
He's eventually brought down by number 15.
And that's the first time we've really seen this passing attack get going.
They bring it up to the
Great throw there to
40-yard line.
McNeil.
First and 10 coming up.
Just across the 40-yard line, first down for the Huskies. We get to see the empty back set, and it worked out well for the first time. And hey, why not go to it again? Here we go on first and 10. 5 wide receivers. Ellis all alone in the backfield, quickly turns and fires to the far side of the field, and Grant Thompson makes a nice catch.
Pass completed to Grant Thompson before being wrapped up by Galen Wellborn.
Wellborn brought him down, and Wellborn a little slow to get up from the play after making the tackle. Didn't quite see what happened as he made the stop on Thompson. Kind of doubled over a bit, and he'll head to the far sideline. Be replaced by Patrick Usher. Hopefully everything's all right for Wellborn. Call that a gain of 8 on the pass to Grant Thompson. Brings up second and a short 2 for the Ashe County Huskies. Ball just shy of the 49-yard line on their side of the 50. Empty backfield set once again. Ellis will motion Richardson to join him and hold everything as we've got a flag on the field. So a false start against the Huskies.
Illegal motion penalty called against the Huskies.
They hadn't even tried to snap the ball yet, Nate.
A little bit surprising there.
Now coming up for Ashe County.
They weren't even looking to get that play off the ground. Anyway, penalty marker's down, 5-yard penalty, makes it 2nd and 7. Ball backed up to the 44-yard line of the Huskies. Staying with this 5-wide set. Ellis all alone. Fires it out to the far side. Pass is caught. Falling down is Mason McNeil. He'll make the grab, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the first down mark.
Near the midfield marker. 5-yard gain. It'll be a 3rd and 3 now coming up for Ashe County.
3rd down. Got 2 yards to go for the first. Ball just shy of the 49. Ellis just going to keep it himself all the way. He's got the first down and then some as he plows forward, carrying the pile with him inside the Starmount 45.
Colin Ellis holds on to that ball and is eventually stopped by Peyton Mullins.
So straight quarterback keep that time, design run play for the shifty ball carrying quarterback, and he makes Starmount pay. Picks up the first down yardage, works it down to their 44-yard line. Still no score in tonight's contest. It's been an all-defensive stand. There's a nice pass. No, tipped. And a great read by the defense intended for Sam Hudler, but great job reading that one by Peyton Mullins.
That was a good defensive play there. Another youngster for the Rams. Mullins is just a sophomore. He really got up there to knock that pass down.
So the incomplete pass stops the clock at the 6:16 mark in the second quarter. 2nd down and 10, ball on the 44. And hold everything, and as another penalty marker flies. Looks like this one will be going against the Huskies once again, it appears. And another false start. Penalty goes down against Ashe County. So some careless mistakes on this drive have cost the Huskies already 10 yards. Last time it didn't affect them as they were able to garner the first down a couple of plays later, but now it's going to make it a little more interesting on this drive. 2nd and 15 now. Ball backed up to the 49 of Starmount. Huskies liking what they're seeing in this empty backfield. Ellis, plenty of time to throw, and gets a nice pass off to Simon Houck. He's turning it up the field inside the 30 before he's going to be stood up. And a big-time gainer there for the Huskies. How about that completion on 2nd and long?
Houck's been such a key part for this team, both on offense and defense. He was originally called up from JV just to play cornerback, but here the last few weeks, we've seen him getting worked into the wide receiver rotation, and he's done a great job reeling in passes all thrown his way.
Fresh set of downs for the Huskies at the 29-yard line. Staying in the 5 wide formation. Good job by the offensive line. Plenty of time to throw. Looking end zone and over the hands of the intended target, Mason McNeil, but some nice defense there in the secondary as well.
Good coverage there from the Rams. Couldn't quite tell who that was back there, but McNeil really blanketed. That throw really would have had to been a perfect throw for McNeil to reel in, but it falls incomplete.
Incomplete pass. Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Huskies. Still at the 29 of Starmount. Ashe looking to finish off their first drive with some points tonight, yet to do so. Here's a screen play, a little swing pass out to Hudler, and he'll fall down just inside the 20-yard line. Well, they say he was down at the 20.
5-yard play there for the Huskies.
5-yard gainer.
9-yard play for the Huskies there.
Excuse me.
3rd and 1 now coming up.
9 yards picked up, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Quickly back in red zone territory come the Huskies. They'll look to finish with some points this time. In the red zone, 0 for 1 so far tonight in scoring opportunities. Richardson will join Ellis in the backfield to his left. This is just going to be a keep. Richardson gets a nice block up in front, and that's more than enough for Ellis as he picks up the first down.
Well-designed play from the Huskies on that one. Just follow your big man up the middle. Richardson in there to block, and Ellis follows him perfectly. Gets 3 or 4 yards on that run. Plenty for a first down.
And I tell you, Nate, Jake Richardson really a valued commodity for the Ashe County Huskies. Just a sophomore and nice on the defensive end position, and you'll see him at wideout catch a few passes, and also great job there blocking out of the backfield as sort of a fullback type player in the backfield. 1st and 10 for Ashe County inside the 20. Pass is bobbled and incomplete. McNeil would like another crack at that one.
Yeah, just couldn't quite hang on to that one. Like Walker Pardue over there in coverage. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball spotted at the 17-yard line of the Rams. Huskies looking to get into the scoring column tonight. Still knotted up at zeros on the scoreboard at the 4:29 mark. Quick pass out here to Hudler. He can't handle it. That one ate him up. Wasn't quite ready for the pass, and it falls incomplete. So now Huskies facing a 3rd and 10.
Ashe going to need a nice 3rd down conversion right here to keep this drive going. 4:25 left in the first half.
Back to work come the Huskies. 3rd and long. 18 yards from the end zone, 10 away from a first down. Ellis going to keep it himself. He's not going to get either.
Colin Ellis holds on to the ball. He's brought down by
picks up
17, Gateland Wellborn.
3 or 4 yards on the play.
Gain of about 5 on the play, but still 5 to go to the first down marker.
They'll call it a pickup of 5. 4th and 5 now upcoming for the Huskies, Nate. 17-yard line. Is this field goal time, or do you leave the offense out there once again?
Well, looks like Coach Hampton's going to leave the offense out there. The way it's been a defensive struggle, might not have been such a bad idea to try for the 3 here, but then again, it's a pretty chilly night. That ball might be pretty hard to kick.
4th and 5, throwing it out to the right. That pass is deflected. No chance of completing that one for Colin Ellis. That was Henry Stone getting his big hands up from his defensive end spot and batted that one to the ground, and it's a turnover on downs once again for the Huskies in red zone territory.
This Rams defense, they stand strong again. And they may not have let them get all the way to the 1, but still let them get down to the 12 before they shut the Husky offense down.
So Starmount will take over. Ball on their own 13-yard line, 1st and 10, 3:41 on the clock. And we've got an official pause for a moment. Wanted to check on, not sure exactly what it is here. Still not sure exactly why the stoppage, but we're back in play now. So 1st and 10 for Starmount to start off this drive. From their own 13, 1st down and 10, early movement will make things even more difficult to begin this drive as they'll be pushed back. False start is indeed the call. as we see it from the head official. That'll back them up 5 yards. First down and 15. The ball will be placed back at the 8-yard line.
Penalty against Starmount results in a 5-yard.
So it's going to be another long field for the Rams to start off this offensive possession.
Yeah, the Rams' offense have been held in check most of the night. Ashe been able to move the ball, but nothing going so far down in the red zone. And you can pretty much say the same for Starmount. They put up one nice drive together, but once it got closer to scoring territory, the Husky defense just shut it down.
Yeah, both teams struggling in red zone opportunities thus far. As we see Prescott, he's not struggled tonight. He's all the way out at the 18-yard line, picks up 10 on the first down carry.
It seems like Prescott, every time he gets the ball, he's usually good for at least about 7 or 8 yards a carry. And on that one, got even more. Just a nice little run there from the senior running back.
And the officials having a conversation now on the far side of the field. I believe there might be a penalty marker down near the line of scrimmage, back about the 10-yard line. Didn't even see that flag thrown. It appears this one's going to be coming back. And it will be a holding penalty. And then a face mask against the Huskies. Penalties offset. So the ball placed back at the 8-yard line, 1st and 10.
And we will
don't usually see that a whole lot, but really offsetting penalties.
So nothing gained, nothing lost that time. First down, 15 to go. As the QB, Smithers, keeps it himself this time on the option play. He should have handed that one off, gobbled up quickly by a pack of Huskies. No gain on the play.
I haven't seen Smithers try to run the ball much tonight. They try to catch Ashe a little bit off guard there, but as you said, it looked like it might have been more well-served to hand that one off.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15. As we're under 3 minutes to go in the first half. No score in tonight's contest yet. Not used to seeing that from a Husky standpoint. Here's Prescott with another carry. Big hit, though, by Tristan Jones. Gets out just across the 10, nothing more.
That'll bring them up near the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 11
Gets them back close to the original line of scrimmage. At the 11-yard line, it'll be 3rd down and 11 now, as we hit the 2:28 mark in the second quarter. Still, neither team willing to take control of tonight's ball game. We've seen the Huskies put together some nice drives, but to no avail, come up empty in the red zone territory, 0 for 2, and the same can be said for Starmount, 0 for 1. Now here's a toss to the far side, high throw, but able to hang on to it is Lomax. He's got some room to work and makes the Huskies pay. Couldn't get the contain on the outside edge, and it looks like he's going to have a first down.
That play looked doomed from the start with the very high pitch, but Lomax able to reel that one in and end up getting really close to that first down mark.
And it will be ruled a 3rd down.
Appears they're going to rule it a 3rd down, or are they going to measure it?
Actually, they will measure
So,
to see how
hold everything.
Got to that 1st down.
It's close. That's all we can tell you from our angle. Very close. And we'll await the official measurement. Stretching out the chains. And looks like you're going to be just shy. So a big play here upcoming. Under 2 minutes to go at the 1:57 mark. Be nice to see the Huskies get a stop here and have a chance to get some points before the half.
Yeah, certainly with 2 minutes left in the half, if Ashe could get a stop here, they could have plenty of time to try to at least get it maybe into field goal range. But first things first, they've got to get a stop on this 3rd down play.
3rd and less than a yard on their own 23. Smithers lines up his offense. Oh, no, excuse me. They're saying fourth down, and they're going to line up to punt. See if a fake is in store potentially. No, they kick it away. Good punt, going to take a kind bounce and roll all the way down to the 25-yard line. How about that kick?
Yeah, that was a great punt. We'll certainly have Ashe backed up deep here. Minute 41 left on the clock. Don't know if the Huskies will take much chance here with the ball or not. We may see a scoreless half for the first time.
Unaccustomed to seeing that one here at Ashe County High School with this air raid offense, especially.
Certainly not. The way we play and some of the teams we've played this year, tough non-conference teams we played at home, it's been seen a lot of points up on the board. We're not accustomed to seeing a shutout on both sides after 2 quarters of play.
So with 1:41 on the clock, Ashe County going to get a crack at some points before the half. First and 10 from their own 25. Staying with the empty set. 5 wide. Throwing all the way. Delivers a nice pass that is caught by Grant Thompson just across the 30-yard line. Short gain there of about 6.
Stopped by number 17, Gavin Wellborn.
Gavin Wellborn in on the stop. Good to see him back in there for the Rams. Went out earlier with an injury. Appears to be just fine for Starmount. Actually saves a gain of 7. Makes it 2nd and 3 for the Huskies. As the clock keeps on rolling, inside of a minute 20. Deep pass deflected, and wow, that was a dangerous ball that time, floating in the air. Getting his hands on it there was Peyton Mullins. That secondary doing a very nice job for Starmount at tonight's game.
I think that's the second time we've seen Mullins back there get really up in the air and bat a pass down. If he wasn't there, that was going to be a big completion. Sam Hudler was wide open on that.
We've really yet to see the Huskies go for the home run ball successfully tonight. Starmount's clamped down in the secondary. Short throws have been there for the Huskies, but not so for the deep ball. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 from their 32-yard line. 1:09 on the clock. Ellis in the gun, rolling out here. Throw into the near side and a little bit high. And McNeil gets his hands on it, but can't come in with it.
4th down now coming up.
Yeah,
4th down.
That's one McNeil would like to have back. He went up to grab it, but just went right through his hands. Pass was a little high, but usually that's one you'll see the senior wide receiver pull in.
Yeah, and you expect to see McNeil make those catches, although not easy with his big play ability. Not so that time. Didn't see that one in all the way, so he'll drop back and punt it, standing on his own 18-yard line. Gets off a high kick. It goes out of bounds, not the deepest of punts. And we'll see where the officials spot it. I think he got a kind mark there. He'll say it went out about the, well, now they're walking back up, so 39-yard line. Just under a minute to go, 54, 0.6 seconds to be exact for Starmount. Still with all 3 timeouts, so they've got some time to work here as they'll try to get into the end zone or at least get into field goal range before the half to get some points up on the board.
The Husky defense, they've got to stay awake out there. Can't give up any big plays.
They'll commence this drive from their own 39. Lomax in motion, gets the carry. Running to the far side of the field, it's still on his feet. Knocking defenders off left and right, and he'll be finally forced out. Not before he gets into Husky territory.
It's a good carry by Lomax. That's exactly what you didn't want if you're a Husky player.
And we have an injured Husky down on the far side of the field. Right on the edge, just in front of the Starmount team, standing on the sidelines. Can't tell from here who that was. Was it Garrett Miller?
I believe it was Garrett Miller. And trying to make that tackle, looked like he got hit pretty hard.
And it is Garrett. As we see the Ashe County coaching staff trainers heading over to tend to him.
He's already playing without one defensive starter tonight in Josh Hamilton. Hopefully Garrett will be able to shake this off. Maybe just had the wind knocked out of him a little bit.
And he's getting up, looks to be okay. Certainly hope so for his sake. As you said, the Huskies missing several pieces tonight as it is. Can't afford for anybody else to go down.
Yeah, I think with suspension for Judd Price, and I think injuries with Hamilton and Sullivan and Joseph Lauder were without 4 starters
Exactly,
tonight. So
yeah.
that's certainly a tough hit here, losing another key player. Garrett Miller's been a steadfast member of that secondary all year long. He's played one of those cornerback spots since week 1. Tough kid out there, takes a lot of hits. He doesn't get to cover a whole lot of passes. Most of the time he's having to go in there and make some tackles.
Yeah, it certainly does the dirty work. A big hitter for the secondary for Ashe County.
So hopefully he'll be able to shake it off and get back out there.
44.3 on the clock. Starmount going to the air again, looking for the deep pass on the far sideline. Did he hang on to it? Was he in bounds? No. He made the catch, but Walker Pardue ruled out of bounds. One of the few times, I believe, just the second pass attempt we've seen from Starmount tonight.
Yeah, the Rams will try to make you respect that pass just a little bit, but on that one, a little bit out of bounds on that one, and Pardue could not get his feet down in bounds. I think he made the catch, just wasn't in bounds.
So that'll make it 2nd down and 10. Ball on the Husky 47-yard line. 37 ticks left in the opening half. Going to the air once again, throwing off his back foot and well over the head of the intended target. Was looking for Henry Stone, his junior tight end. Was under a little bit of duress that time with Smithers trying to deliver that pass. So now 3rd down and 10. 30 seconds left in the second quarter of a tied ball game. Neither team been able to get into the end zone as of yet. Third and 10. Smithers sends a man in motion as we see Prescott get the carry, making a couple guys miss. Shakes off another tackler, and he's into the open field. A diving stop, unsuccessful. 10-5 and touchdown. There's our first score of the night as Starmount finds pay dirt.
That's a backbreaker there for the Husky defense. Just trying to get to the halftime break, but Prescott had other intentions on that run, and the Ashe defense just did not have an answer for that one.
Boy, the Huskies kind of fell asleep on that one. Prescott from 47 yards out takes it in for our opening score of the ball game. As we look at that one, you saw it there on the Mountain Outfitters replay. Now we'll come on for the extra point attempt. A flag is on the field. See what the call is. It's going to be offsides against the Huskies.
Offsides penalty.
How do you think you see Starmount maybe go for 2?
Yeah, the way they run the ball, I wouldn't be surprised, but it looks like they're just going to settle for the conventional extra point.
So the PAT attempt forthcoming, snap the hold, and the kick is good. Our first score of the night comes with 19.6 seconds left in the first half. As we take a look at that, Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone, Nate. Only took him 35 seconds. Of course, the bulk of that coming on that breakaway run from Brandon Prescott.
It's a big backbreaker for Ashe and a huge momentum boost for the Rams going to the halftime break, able to take this, looks to be a halftime lead. Maybe Ashe can get a big kick return here and set themselves up with something nice. But for right now, Starmount certainly really pleased with that 47-yard touchdown run from Prescott.
He'd broken away for a 20-plus yard carry earlier, and as we talked about it, every time it seems he touches the ball, gets at least 7 to 8 yards. That time, 47 yards to be exact for the big-time play, and puts his team ahead here in the closing seconds of the first half. That's a tough pill to swallow if you're Ashe County.
Yeah, it's not what you wanted to face going into halftime, giving up a big play like that. And certainly probably going to see a few heads hanging low over on the sideline with that defense, but still a lot of football left to be played and just a one-score game.
Squib kick will go out of bounds at the 19, 18-yard line, we'll call it there, as flags come onto the field. That'll be illegal procedure. Do you make them re-kick in this instance, try to get a big-time return?
Ashe County will
The way our offense works, we may just try to take the ball and get as much time as we can. With a return, they'll lose a few seconds, but
you called it.
Don't know what Coach Hampton wants to do. Looks like the offense is going to stay out there.
So they'll take the field position at the 35-yard line to start off this drive. Still a little time to work with, 19.6. You can get off a few plays, still 2 timeouts to their credit. And how about that, Nate? Starmount started that drive just under a minute. Didn't burn any timeouts on their way to the end zone.
Yeah, when you got a big strike offense like that, that helps.
And there we see early movement on front. Both sides, who moved first will be determined by the officials, whether it's offsides or false start, and it's going to go against the Huskies. So make things a little more difficult for Ashe County trying to answer to close the half. They'll back them up to their 30 now. First and 15 to start this drive. Ellis joined by Revis. Yet to see him get a carry tonight. And the handoff this time. No, Ellis keeps it himself on the option. Now cuts it back to the near side. He's out across the 40, the 45, and going to be drugged down inbounds, so the clock continues to run. Now, he gained the first, so the clock will stop. How about that run from your quarterback, 16 yards on first and 15?
Yeah, nice little scamper there from Ellis. Looked like he was trying to go up the middle with it, just wasn't there. And saw a whole lot of open grass to the left and made the Ram defense pay.
Clock is rolling. And what will likely be the final play. A lot of time rolling off that clock. Ellis fires it downfield. Pass is caught by Hudler inside the 35. The 30 lowers his shoulder, but Starmount does their job, keeps him out of the end zone and out of field goal range. Of course, it doesn't matter now. Time expires, and that is how we will close a low-scoring affair, what's been a defensive battle so far in this first half.
Yeah, it's not the way the Huskies want to see the half end, but still both defenses have a lot to be proud of. They've really shut down a good offense on both sides of the ball. And for Starmount pitching a shutout, taking a 7-0 lead at the halftime break.
Yeah, very impressive first half from the Starmount Rams on the defensive end. And for Ashe County as well for the most part, save that one huge play that they gave up. And we talked about it, got to stop those big plays from Starmount. We know what they're capable of with Prescott in the backfield. And that proved true in the first half. So 7-0 is where we stand at the midway point in tonight's edition of Friday Night Football at Ashe County High School. We'll be back with second half action. 7-0 our score. Starmount with the advantage on Sky Zone Sports, on Sky Zone HD, Channel 1.
4G LTE is here from Carolina West Wireless. It's the fastest 4G data service available today, so you can enjoy downloads faster and send uploads without the wait. So bring on the apps and bring on the entertainment. And get ready for life at the speed of you. Visit your Carolina West Wireless store today and find out more about our new 4G LTE network, new products and rate plans.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the 2015 Husky Vanguard Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Director Zach Fulbright. The field is under the command of Drum Major Dakota Little. Tonight, the marching band will be performing this year's award-winning show entitled Sibling Rivalry, sponsored by West Jefferson Chevrolet, featuring the songs Meet the Flintstones, Scooby-Doo, The Pink Panther, and The Wizard of Oz. Recently, the marching band competed at the Avery High School Marching Invitational, winning first place in the categories of music, drum major, percussion, front ensemble, and general effect. They also received the award for overall first place in Class 3A. Drum Major Dakota Little, is the band ready? Ladies and gentlemen, the Husky Vanguard Marching Band.
Ashe County Ford here. It's time to make the switch to Ashe County Ford. With $1,000 trade-in cash available, the time is now. Make the switch and save up to $9,500 off the 14 F-150s. Take a break. Come in and see the new redesigned 2015 F-150. With an all-aluminum body and tons of new features, Ford has done it again. Come see why Ashe County Ford sold the most certified pre-owned Fords in the region last year with 100,000 miles powertrain warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and low rates. You can't go wrong. Ashe County Ford. We don't just sell you a car, we make you a friend for life. Welcome back to Ashe County High School, getting set to crank up the second half on more Friday Night Football. After 2 quarters of action, Starmount shutting out the Ashe County Huskies to a tune of 7-0 as they found pay dirt with 19.6 seconds left in the first half to really take momentum to close the second quarter. And they're going to see if it'll carry over into the second half. As Kendall Richardson is on to boot this one away for the Ashe County Huskies. Tyler Ashe alongside Nathan Ham and our graphics coordinator, Corbin Richardson. Glad to be with you again. And the squib kick, sort of an onside kick recovery. Looking for it for the Huskies, but That attempt will
And
be
Corey
foiled.
Carlson picks up the
So
first
Starmount
kickoff
will
of
take
the
over with pretty
second
good field
half.
position to start off the second half.
Starmount will take possession on the
Yeah,
35
Starmount a
yard
little bit
line.
slow getting to that kickoff there. Almost cost him. Ashe was right there on the hit. Could have been a loose ball.
So we talk about it, Nate, the race for the title here in the Mountain Valley Conference. Of course, right now, East Wilkes is in the driver's seat, but they're doing battle with Wilkes Central tonight in what should be a tightly contested matchup. And Starmount at 3-2. Ashe right now kind of controls their own destiny as to what happens in the 2A scenario here in the conference. And we'll see Prescott breaking away from the first plays inside the 40. Kiss him goodbye, see you later. 10-5. Turns around and looks at the Husky defenders giving chase. Touchdown, Starmount. And how about that to further continue the momentum? 2 plays for them have netted them over 100 yards of offense or close to it now, Nate, and 2 TDs.
Yeah, that's been a tough last probably 40 seconds of football here for the Huskies. Just a tough way to end the half, and even tougher way to start this second half. Starmount with 2 big rushing touchdowns, and Prescott just absolutely faster than everybody on this Ashe secondary, and pulls away there for the touchdown.
Starmount cranks it up with a bang, and there you see bang again. The extra point attempt off the left goalpost. So the PAT off of the mark. It will stay 13-0, but man, the damage has been done. Just 19 seconds into the second half, Ashe gives up another big breakaway run, and that comes courtesy once again of Brandon Prescott as we look at that Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone, short and sweet for the Rams that time.
Yeah, 14 seconds, all it took. Brandon Prescott, 65-yard touchdown run, and Ashe County defense got to tighten things up. They did play a terrific first half, all but for about 20 seconds, and here in the start of the third quarter, another kind of a 20-second burst of falling apart for the Husky defense. Brandon Prescott just had his way with those 2 runs. And Ashe County offense now, they've got to get something going, trailing by 2 scores.
So Starmount begins this third quarter with a bang. And really in control right now at the pace this game was played in the first half. Still a lot of football to go. 13 points, nothing to be too worried about for the Ashe County Huskies. But they've yet to put up anything on this Starmount defense. They have moved the ball well on offense, but just nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. Short kickoff will be fielded at the 25-yard line. Some room there to work. Trying to find the seam, still pushing the pile on the return. I believe that was Tristan Jones for the Ashe County Huskies. We don't see him get his hands on the ball in offense very much.
Yeah, good job there catching that on the run. A nice little return on special teams once again for Ashe. The offense will have some good field position to try to start this drive.
Of course, last week Jones was rewarded with 2 points as he caught the pass on a 2-point conversion for the Huskies on a botched PAT attempt. Kendall Richardson, one of the few times we'll see the big man throwing it. Had a little fun last week at North Wilkes, and there you see Tristan Jones on a nice kick return. 1st and 10 from their own 44. Revis joins Ellis in the backfield. Looking to the left side, fires a nice pass in and out of the hands of Hudler.
Pass intended for Sam
Tough drop
Hudler,
there. Would have been a
incomplete.
nice first down completion. So we
the
got a flag
Huskies.
down either way. This might not have mattered.
So he set it penalty marker down behind the line of scrimmage. That goes against the Huskies.
A flag on that play.
Be a holding penalty. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. That'll drop Ashe County back to about their own 38-yard line. Now they're going to keep marching it on. This is like the song, time marches on. Referee marching on down. Now they'll spot it at the 27. So Ashe backed way up. First down, and they'll call it 28 to go for the first. Tough way to start this drive, trying to answer for the Huskies. Ellis can't even see the guy behind him. Gets a nice pass off downfield, but some miscommunication. Route was jumped a bit too by Lomax, but 2 receivers right there in the area, neither one able to come up with the football. So the throw's a bit off target as Ellis was feeling the heat, being pursued that time by Henry Stone. And it falls as an incomplete pass. 2nd and 28 for the Huskies. They were trying to go for the home run there and get that first down and then some, unsuccessful. I'd see them go to another short play here, just try to get some yardage. 2 men coming at him, delivers a good pass and dropped again by Hudler.
Pass intended for Sam Hudler, incomplete.
2 passes dropped to start off this drive, or we could be in a totally different scenario for the Huskies. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 28.
Husky offense just all out of sync pretty much the whole night in terms of the passing game, but especially here to start this third quarter. Just some key drops already, just not even a minute into this second half.
You got to expect the blitz from Starmount. Bringing the heat, he's hit as he throws, gets the pass off, it's McNeil across the 45, will be slung down from behind by Prescott, but he gets it all the way up to midfield. So a huge gain for the Huskies. Still going to be short of the first down marker, however, by about 4 yards. So ball just shy of midfield. 4th down and 4 to go.
Still with about 4 yards to go.
And it looks like the Huskies don't want to take any chances on going for it at midfield, as McNeil's going to drop back to punt. So Mason McNeil standing at his own 36. Gets off a good kick. Well, never mind. That rattled over here. It's sort of a sidewinder. We'll see where they marked it out of bounds. They're going to march it back up here all the way to the 32-yard line.
Ruled out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
And that's where we'll see the Rams come back onto the field, looking to keep things rolling in their favor.
Yeah, unfortunately with that punt, didn't gain a whole lot of field position on that.
What, 18 yards?
Yeah, hopefully the Husky defense can come out here and make a stand.
Sort of uncharacteristic there from McNeil. A great punter. Didn't get off a good one there, only nets the Huskies 18. As Starmount goes back to work, Smithers hands this one off to Mullins, but a nice job by the Huskies to answer the call on that play, limits them to only a gain of about a yard.
Mullins on that carry for Starmount, stopped by Luis Ramos, gain of a couple on the play. 2nd and 8 now coming up for Starmount.
2nd down, we'll call it 9, only got about a yard there. Moves it up to the 33 on their side of the 50. Both teams, as we mentioned, at 5 and 4. Ashe at 4 and 1 in Mountain Valley play. Starmount nipping at their heels at 3 and 2. As we've got a penalty marker down, looks like it's going to be a false start. And for the Starmount Rams, Nate, we'll take a look here quickly while we have a moment at how they've gotten here. We talk about their always tough non-conference schedule, and that held true again this year. A pair of tough games to start off the season.
Yeah, you look at that non-conference schedule, all 4 of those teams, they're going to make the playoffs, and certainly Starmount very battle-tested.
Really got things rolling once they entered conference play against Elkin and West Wilkes, but a bit of a surprise there for me. The biggest one up to this point, Nate, would be that 41-14 defeat at the hands of the Golden Eagles of Wilkes Central, who Ashe really handled easily in their matchup with them earlier in the season. As we see Prescott dance around, be forced out at the far sideline. Gets it right to the original line of scrimmage. So Starmount 5 and 4, 3 and 2, as we mentioned, coming into tonight's affair. And of course, big time matchup here tonight. Next week, it'll be senior night for the Rams as they will host the Allegheny County Trojans in, what looks to be a bit of a mismatch there in that one. Of course, only time will tell. You would think that Starmount gets the victory there. And of course, for Ashe County, also going to be senior night next Friday as well, as they will be facing a hungry Elkin squad looking to play spoiler, sort of in the bottom rung of the Mountain Valley ladder. How about that play from the Ashe County defense? Lots of guys getting their hands dirty there. Now we see some extracurricular activity going on, some pushing on the field. And if I'm Starmount, I don't want to be pushing around on Luis Ramos too much. He's a big guy.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know what they'll call here. Certainly a Starmount player going to get a flag for jumping in there early, but They may end up flagging both teams here. Credit to Colton Miller, just a fantastic tackle on that run.
So the dead ball, personal foul going against Starmount, as you said. And they're going to call one against the Huskies as well in retaliation. So the penalties offset. Referee's going to need to get control here, Nate. They don't want things to escalate.
Yeah, we've seen how things can get out of hand sometimes at the high school level, different sports, and a lot of times the refs are the ones to blame. They let it get out of hand, let some guys get some cheap shots in. That's how it all starts. Hopefully these guys, if anything does happen, they get it under control pretty quick.
A nice punt.
And Mason McNeil takes
fair catch called for and made by McNeil. He takes a knee at the Ashe County 40-yard line. We'll see the Huskies come back onto the field. Nice field position to begin this second drive of the third quarter here at the 9:22 mark. Find themselves right now, as you can see on the Miller Insurance scoreboard, trailing 13-0 to the Starmount Rams. Unable to execute in the red zone, have the Huskies. That's been the difference so far tonight, and a couple of big plays given up the other way. They've done a good job of moving the football, just can't finish off those drives. Going to the air quickly on this play. Pass is caught by Mason McNeil. Brandon Prescott bringing him down, and there we see some pushing going on after the fact a little bit.
Going to bring the ball up to around the 45-yard line.
But no flags there.
5-yard play results in
maybe a bit of frustration being shown here right now from the Huskies.
Yeah, certainly not happy to be down 13-0 in such a crucial game here, but got to keep their composure out there.
Call that one a gain of about 5. 2nd and 5. Ellis looking to throw. Feeling some pressure, throwing off his back foot down the field and over the head of Sam Hudler. That one will fall incomplete. 3rd down and a long 5 upcoming for the Ashe County Huskies at the 8:27 mark in the third quarter. I'd like to see the Huskies get the first down yardage here. Keep this drive alive, get their first points of the night. So they got to come up with an answer at some point. Throwing all the way, feeling the pressure, and nearly intercepted, dropping the sure pick. That was number 5, Henry Stone.
5 yards to go to the first down.
And really, he should have had that one going the other way for Starmount, but the defense does their job and gets this Ashe County offense off of the field as on comes the kicking unit. They'll be forced to punt this one away. McNeil standing at his own 30. Ball up at the 45-yard line of the Huskies, trying to get the right personnel in here, trying to get enough guys to block right now. As we see Ethan Shepard come in. Good snap. And a kick that again is off to the left and goes out of bounds. And not the deepest of punts once again for Mason McNeil, although he does a little bit better job this time.
And the punt is ruled out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
Ball will be ruled out at the 27, and Starmount will take over there, 1st and 10. This Husky team really needs to get a fire lit under him. This crowd as well. Things gotten silent here at Ashe County High School tonight. Starmount has done a good job silencing both the team and the fans here tonight. Inside handoff on the option. Pickup of about 2. That was Mullins on the carry, number 6, the sophomore. Brings up 2nd down and 8 from the 29. You hate to say, but you really don't see a sense of urgency from the Ashe County Huskies right now at this point in the ballgame. Still have yet to find the end zone and trailing by 2 scores.
Yeah, offensively, they just haven't been able to get really much of anything going. We've seen Colin Ellis running the ball has been pretty much the most effective weapon. Just some drops by the receivers haven't helped at all, but for the most part, Ashe is just kind of stuck in their own tracks a little bit.
Smithers holds on to that ball.
Smithers hands on to that one himself. One of the few times we've seen the QB keep it.
Near the first down marker.
He picks up about 7.
Third down.
Spotted a little over a yard shy of the first down. 3rd and short upcoming for the Rams. As we are now under 7 minutes to go. This edition of Friday Night Football from Ashe County High School, a heavyweight battle in the Mountain Valley Conference. Back to the action. Here comes Prescott, trying to find some room off the left side. Gets the first down across the 40, and the 45 now will be gang tackled. Move the chains once again for the Starmount Rams.
Take it up near the 45-yard line.
One thing you never see them deviate from is their game plan, Nate. They have a plan to attack, and they stick with it. Most of the time, that's going to work out nicely for them, and Coach Johnson knows what he's doing over there on the far sideline.
Yeah, about every week, you know, Starmount's going to come in. They're going to run at you, and they're not going to change anything. Sometimes, I'm sure if they're down in a contest, they're kind of forced to pass sometimes, but, you know, week in and week out, they're going to come at you with what they do best. And,
penalty marker on the play.
We're seeing it tonight for the Huskies.
On that carry. Brings it up to midfield. There is a flag on the play.
So the handoff went to Lomax, as we saw.
Penalty against Starmount.
Penalty marker down. Initial signal is that it will be against the Rams, so this one likely coming back. So that'll back them up. 5-yard penalty.
After the penalty, it'll be a 1st and 15.
Back on their own 40-yard line. 1st down and 15 at the 6.5-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. We don't say this much. Ashe County being held scoreless so far in tonight's ball game. Prescott in motion, but they're throwing it. Pass is caught by Lomax. And gets away from one man, slips off another. He's got some open field, will be tripped up, and then finally Sam Hudler delivers the blow to bring him down, but deep into Husky territory go the Rams once more.
Eventually stopped by
tough break there for the Huskies. Looks like they had him caught, but instead Lomax breaks free and adds some more big yards on. And Starmount goes to the air that time. First completed pass, I think, of the night. Just right on the money. Lomax does the rest.
Just over 6 minutes to play.
Down to the 22-yard line come the Rams of Starmount. 1st and 10. Threatening again on this drive, looking to expand their already 2-touchdown lead at 13-0. Inside handoff. Forced back, though. Nice job by that defensive front. Luis Ramos leading the way, also Kendall Richardson.
On that carry stopped by Luis Ramos, gain of a couple.
Mullins gets about a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 upcoming from the 21 of Ashe County. Ashe got to come up with something from the defensive end. You can't allow any more points to be put up on you at this juncture, when your offense hasn't had it going at all tonight as far as getting those points up on the board. Nice stiff arm from Prescott, and still fights his way forward, gets a couple of yards even when you think he's forced out of bounds. Pushed his way over Sam Hudler and also Mason McNeil. It will be ruled a 1st down. Down to the 12-yard line. The drive continues to chug right along for the Rams.
This Husky defense has got to figure something out. They can't afford to go down 3 touchdowns here this late in the game. They've got to figure out something, try to strip the ball or at least hold them to a 4th down play.
Starmount looking to deliver a big-time blow to the Ashe County Huskies here. Those 3 scores would definitely be a tough hole to climb out of. Handoff goes to the left side. And read nicely by the Huskies. Wait, no, still slipping away and moving his way forward is Henry Stone. However, we do see a flag come into play. And penalty marker is down back at the 15-yard line. Looks to be against Starmount, and indeed it will on a holding penalty. So a lucky break there for the Huskies.
Yeah, the Rams really kicking themselves on that one. Went from having it deep inside 10-yard line for the Rams to now they'll be backed up well outside the red zone.
25-yard line.
Put them at the 25 where it'll be first down. +20 yards to go, I believe, there for the first. Or wait, no, they're putting it. Anyway, first down, inside 4 minutes. Ball on the 25, handoff goes to Lomax, and boy, he is met by a pack of Huskies. They were hungry on that play going in for the ball carrier, and nothing doing on that time for the Rams. Second down and 20 now.
That's the kind of aggressiveness you like to see from the Husky defense, especially here trailing. They need to keep making some plays like that and get this Starmount offense off the field.
So on second down and 20, we'll see what the Rams draw up. Ball on the Ashe County 25-yard line. Fakes the handoff, now looking to the end zone on the far sideline. Had his man, a beautiful pass, but through the hands of the intended target. Nice defense being applied by Simon Hauk. But that's one, it looked like Walker Pardue hit him in the hands and he just dropped it.
Yeah, Pardue looked like he had that one. Pretty good coverage, but still a good throw. It was right there and just could not hang on.
Third down and 20 upcoming for the Rams at the 3:07 mark. We'll see what they draw up on third and very long. They'll just hand it off, working to the big side of the field is Prescott. Nice stiff arm, gets away from McNeil. And then we see a late flag come into the picture as well.
Prescott on that carry.
Forced out about the 21-yard line. And we'll see what the call is here.
They get McNeil on a face mask. He went high, I couldn't tell if he got the mask or not, but
if that is against the Huskies, that's a tough one because you had the stop. We're going to force them into a fourth and very long at the 21. Would have been about 4th and 16. And that is the call. It's a face mask against the Huskies. So the personal foul will move the ball 15 yards after the fact. Or in essence, this point would be half the distance to the goal. Puts the ball at the 11-yard line for the Rams. So automatic first down.
And it will be an automatic first down. So Starmount will now have a first and 10.
First and 10, so Starmount in business at the 11. Right on the 3-minute mark. We're in the latter stages of this ball game. So they're going to correct that call, it appears now.
And the marker will be returned to a third down.
I think it should be 4th and 5. I don't think it's automatic first down in high school.
The ball will stay on the 11-yard line. It will be
they're going to show third down.
Coming up for Starmount with 9 or so yards to go.
And they're going to say about 9, 10 yards to go for the first down. So third down and 9. Just inside of the 3-minute mark. Big time play here. Huskies got to bend but don't break. And there's the handoff, and how about that answer? Kendall Richardson, we know his kicking game's good, and so is his defensive line work. Snuffing that play out and making a big-time tackle for loss.
Great job by Kendall. He was not going to be denied on that play. He breaks through, and that'll force a big 4th and long for the Rams. Looks like they're going to come and try to kick a field goal here.
We saw them miss one earlier. As Cass Stevens comes on. Really didn't look pretty on the other field goal attempt. This one's going to be from the 11, so a 28-yard field goal. Snap, hold, kick, has the distance, and it is good. Splits the uprights, and Starmount increases their lead by 3 more. It is now a full 2-score game as we take a look at that kick on the Mountain Outfitters replay. You can get great shots just like this one. at Mountain Outfitters with a GoPro in West Jefferson. Also, check them out for all your outdoor needs. So, Nate, here at the 2:13 mark, Starmount increases this to a 16-point advantage as we look at that Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone.
11 plays, 58 yards. Took almost 6 minutes there off of the clock, and just a very nice boot there, 32-yard field goal. And thankfully for Ashe, it's still a 2-possession game, but makes it a little bit more difficult now. You've got to get 2 touchdowns and a pair of 2-point conversions to go along with it. And not a whole lot of time left to do it in. Got 2:13 left in the third, and got the whole fourth quarter coming. But still, the way this Ram defense is played, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, and excuse me, that was a 32-yard field goal, said 28 on the attempt. But either way, it's good from Stevens. He said that increases this advantage and makes that hole a little bit deeper for the Ashe County Huskies. They got to try to dig themselves out of. And the kickoff goes out of bounds, which draws the flag, illegal procedure against the Starmount Rams. It looks like Ashe County is going to take the field position, so they'll have it at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10. They're going to have to get to work quickly at the 2:08 mark, trailing 16-0 in the third quarter.
Yeah, Ashe is going to have to find some rhythm with that passing attack and try to get some yards in the positive direction, and also, you know, not commit any penalties out there. We've seen a couple good plays for Ashe just called back on penalties, so Ashe has got to play a clean couple series together, see if they can get some scores.
Going with his empty back set. McNeil looking to throw, delivers a nice, pass to McNeil from Ellis. And he's going to have the first down and then some, gets it into Starmount territory. There's something we haven't seen a lot of tonight, but a great pass from Ellis to McNeil for a big-time gain all the way to the 46 of Starmount. Quickly go the Huskies into Ram territory. They had a lot of success there with this empty back set, going to it again. And there's a nice pass and catch. Hauk on the reception that time, met almost immediately and slung down with authority from Trey Lomax. But that's going to be enough for first down once again.
Another first down for Ashe County.
So back-to-back big-time receptions have the Huskies in business with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. This is what you like to see from the air raid offense of the Huskies.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch and catch there. And a good job there. Good read from Colin Ellis finding the open guy. And for Ashe, this is a great start to this drive.
Having a lot of success on the 5-wide set. This time Ellis fakes the throw, going to keep it on the ground. Now dancing back out of trouble and is not going to get away from Prescott. Will eventually be stood up and forced back, but gets it down inside the 30. I believe the forward progress will have him at the 27, 28-yard line. Pickup of about 8 yards on that carry from the quarterback.
27-yard line.
That'll bring up second down and 3 yards to go for the first for Ashe County as this impressive drive continues. Inside of a minute in the third quarter. 5 wide again. And into the game now at wideout for the Huskies. Freshman Branson Shepard, as you see him on the left side of the screen. Ellis going to run for the first down, spinning his way forward and has it.
Holding onto the ball again. Stopped that time by Taylon Dancy.
Taylon Dancy makes the stop, but not before another Husky first down.
Up near the
Gets it down to the
23-yard line.
22-yard line. Hang on just a second. The officials wanted to chat about something. Not sure what's going on here. As they come to the near sideline. Having a chat with Hampton and another official here from the Ashe County side of things. Whatever it was got the players cranked up there, Nate.
Yeah, not exactly sure what that's all about.
And we hear the fans coming alive here at Ashe County High School. Huskies with some momentum on their side. 41.9 left on the clock in the third quarter. Still a lot of football. The Huskies trailing 16-0 at Ashe County High School. Ellis looking to throw. Nice pass across the middle. Great touch. And McNeil with a great catch as well before he's brought down by Peyton Mullins. That's going to be close to another Husky first down.
Exactly what Ashe needed on this drive, putting together some nice throws, getting some guys open. They got to put this one in the end zone somehow.
3 yards shy of the first. Ellis gets it himself. He's down inside the 5, lowers the shoulder, refusing to go down, and he's going to be very close to that goal line, spotted down about the 2 or 3, and it'll bring up a first and goal for this Ashe County team.
Coming up from about the 4-yard line.
How about these Huskies, Nate, coming to life in the closing seconds of this quarter?
Yeah, they're coming here right at the right time. See if they can put it together here. It's going to be a big start to the fourth quarter with a first and goal.
So the clock hits zeros, and that is how we end 3. It's 13-0 Starmount. Huskies looking to score. We'll see if they can do it and rally back here in the fourth quarter when we return on Friday Night Football on Sky Zone Sports.
When it comes to insuring your home, business, automobiles, and property, you want an agency you can depend on. Miller Insurance has been serving this region for more than 60 years and are proud to now represent Everett Cash Mutual, which specializes in insuring farm property, equipment, livestock, and more. Before you renew your insurance policies, give us a call at 336-246-7151 or come see us in downtown West Jefferson. Miller Insurance is proud to be your hometown insurance agency that supports our hometown teams.
Little's Health and Fitness began in 1981. We are a 24/7 full-service, family-friendly fitness center with the finest equipment from Life Fitness, Hammer Strength, and Body Masters, as well as a great staff to help you get started. We have a 22-piece cardio area, so waiting is rarely a problem. We offer group classes for all levels, an extensive array of weights and machines, perfect for the beginner to advanced. We also have meal replacement shakes, tanning, dressing rooms with private showers, personal trainers, and child care is also available.
First and goal upcoming for the Ashe County Huskies as we crank up the fourth quarter. Trying to rally behind this team that's suddenly fired up. The crowd getting into it as well. Colin Ellis willing his team along here. It's going to be first and goal from the 3-yard line to crank up the fourth quarter. Low ball, mishandled, and he loses it. Picked up and going back the other way. We see number 17, Gatlin Wellborn. He will be tackled, but not before he gets out across the 20-yard line, and it's going to be Starmount football. The back has been broken again of the Ashe County Huskies team.
Yeah, it's a tough break there for Ashe, just not able to hang on to that football. And it may just be Starmount's night the way this game's went all of a sudden with that turn.
Wow. First and goal from right the 3-yard line. Had a little trouble handling the snap, and then looked like he recovered and loses the ball again. Never got a good handle on it, and that's going to cost the Huskies, who were in prime position to pounce and get right back into this ball game and cut into that 16-0 deficit. And there we see Matthew Greer trying to rip the ball away on the tail end of that. To no avail. It'll be a pickup of a couple of yards there from Mullins.
2nd and 9 coming up now for the Rams.
So if you're Ashe, what do you do now, Nate? You've been snuffed out 3 times in the red zone.
Yeah, it's been a bad night offensively in the red zone for Ashe. They've struggled at times all year, but especially tonight in such a key game, just not been their night in the red zone. You'd like to maybe see the defense, if they could force a turnover here, would be huge.
Call it a gain of about a yard as the handoff goes to Prescott on the outside, working his way forward, stopped just shy of the 30. It's going to be close to a first down.
Prescott on that carry is tripped up by number 11, Tristan Jones.
Tristan Jones tripping him up.
That'll be good for a gain of 2 on the play.
Stopped about 2 yards short of the first down marker, so 3rd and 2 upcoming for the Rams. As now, Nate, I think you can rest assured that Starmount's going into time kill mode, leading 16-0 here with under 11 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, with the way they run their offense, it's that fits right up their alley, like as much as they like to run the ball.
Misdirection handoff is good for the first down from Prescott. And there we see a little bit of a push. Boy, tempers maybe flaring up a little bit late in this game. We just saw Henry Stone, number 5, give a bit of a shove to Sam Henson on the end of that play. No flags or anything from, or warnings from the officials. I think it's safe to say, Nate, these two teams just don't care for each other.
Yeah, they've been battling out several times, and a lot of the games are really meaningful games. Most times both teams have been near the top of the conference, so certainly a lot of emotions right high in this game.
Going to the big side of the field once again comes Lomax. Penalty marker is down. He'll be forced out
Lomax on that carry
by Brown.
On the field. And our 50-50 winner tonight, if you've got your ticket out.
So we'll wait on the official word here. You know, Coach Hampton says it every year, Nate, and it holds true. You got to go through Starmount to win this conference title, and the same can be said again this season. That's going to be a holding penalty against the Rams.
617-967, if that's your 50-50 ticket, report to the press
that certainly
box
does hold true, and if that's the case this year, then East Wilkes definitely going to be the team to beat. They beat the Rams, and Wilkes Central can beat them tonight, or Wilkes Central already beat them as well. If they can beat East Wilkes tonight, they'll have a share of the conference title too. So certainly that would live up to exactly what Coach Hampton says. If you want to win this conference, you got to beat Starmount. Those are the two teams that did. Ashe trying to be the third, but right now their back's really up against the wall.
Yeah, Starmount coming off of that tough loss last week against East Wilkes, losing 28-21. Ashe County knows all about that feeling, coming up short against them as we see a great run here. Sam Hudler finally makes the tackle, but not before a big-time gain. That was Brendan Eads. We've only seen him carry maybe once or twice in the first half, and they call his number, and he delivers all the way out to the 40-yard line. I believe he's going to be stopped just shy, it appears. But a great run nonetheless. We set out to the 40-yard line. And how about East Wilkes, Nate? I mean, if they can keep things rolling here, it's very reminiscent of Ashe's season last year, running the table pretty much throughout the Mountain Valley Conference.
Yeah, that's certainly what you'd like to see going into the playoffs, but you just can't say enough about that team. They've had such a terrific year, one of the best years they've had in school history, so I'd like to see what they can do in the state playoffs, see if they can make a run similar to what the Rams did last season.
And there we saw another big-time gain from Eads. Gets 13, moves the chains. First down, Starmount at the Ashe County 47 as we're under 9 minutes in the fourth period. Starmount, it appears, have sort of a stranglehold on this ball game at this point and not letting up as this offense keeps chugging down the field. It's doing two things, keeping that Ashe County offense off of the field and working the clock at the same time as we see Prescott stood up near the far sideline. You know, they're going to try to keep everything in bounds, keep this ball on the ground, and work this final less than 8.5 minutes now off of this clock.
Coming up for Starmount.
Taking their time are the Rams. Second down and 7 upcoming. Ball on the Ashe 44-yard line. Up 16-0. Counter handoff. Here's Lomax going to work inside the 35. The 30's got some space, and the Huskies finally will force him out of bounds, but he's all the way down to the 16-yard line. Keep those chains moving once again. That chain crew staying busy on this drive.
Yeah, Starmount trying to put this game away here with a late touchdown, and that would certainly all about do it right here if the Rams can punch this one in.
So it'll be first down on the Ashe County 16-yard line as the Rams find themselves in red zone territory yet again. Last time had to settle for the field goal, 32 yards from Stevens. Put them up 16-0. Ashe yet to get anything going in the way of points. Starmount has pitched a shutout.
Eads on the carry, stopped
Eads
by
the ball
Hurst
carrier.
and
At least the
Husky.
Huskies not giving up
Little
anything
handle
that
that play.
time, as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 coming up now for Starmount.
They'll give him a yard, saying we got down to the 15. 2nd down and 9. As we're under 7.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Ashe got to make a stop. And then you got to get that offense rolling. Got to get points up on the board. It's not going to be enough to keep working it down the field, only to stall. They've got to finish off a drive here tonight for the first time. And here's the toss. Going to Eads to the far side. Now he makes a nice cutback. Leaps over one would-be tackler, and he's got close to first down yardage.
Eads on that carry, brought down by Alex Richardson.
Alex Richardson making the stop, and then we see a flag come in late. Not a fan of the late fouls like that that's called. Well, we're going to see it called against Starmount. I'm a fan.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against the offense, Starmount.
So back them up. The Rams, that is.
Something Coach Johnson won't be pleased at there. Would have had it deep inside Husky territory there, so they're going to be backed up quite a bit here with that 15-yard penalty.
It's the dead ball. Personal foul called against the Rams, and he said Johnson not going to be too pleased with that one, as that backs him up to the 20. And so it's going to be resetting everything here. First down and 10. So 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. First handoff goes to Prescott, stood up, ran into a wall of Husky defenders right at the line, nothing doing that time.
Prescott on that carry, stopped for a little gain.
Coach Hampton, you got to be telling your guys, you got to
Ball
scratch
will
and
stay
claw,
at the
poke and
20-yard
prod,
line.
anything you can do to try to work that ball loose at this point.
Yeah, try to get that ball left. Not a whole lot of time left in this ball game, and you're going to need 2 scores.
And
that got to force a turnover here.
Yeah, and that big that field goal could loom huge, Nate, because that makes it, you've got to not only get the touchdown, but you've got to go for 2 both times just to tie the ball game up.
Yeah, that certainly that's a good play call there from Coach Johnson to take that field goal.
Spins around, hands it off to Eads, and he's got the first down. Brought down right at the 10-yard line by Henson.
By Sam Henson.
And it's going to be right at the first down mark.
And it will be.
And the head official says move those sticks.
Coming up for Starmount from the 10.
So the drive continues. It's going to be first down and goal for the Rams just inside the 10-yard line. Looking to polish off this game, will the Rams? As this drive continues on now, as they're really in business inside of the Ashe County 10-yard line. We see Jake Richardson head to the sidelines. Luis Ramos checks back in for the Huskies. They'll need his big body up front here. Got to make a push and stop this Starmount drive. No pun intended, but they've been ramming it down the throats of the Ashe County Huskies all night long.
Yeah, it's been pretty much a perfect game plan for the Rams. They've been able to get exactly what they wanted on the ground, mix in a couple throws here and there, but for the most part, this rushing attack's done exactly what the Rams want it to do.
Eads gets the handoff again down about the 6-yard line. And you talk about working it to perfection. They've really limited the chances for Ashe County offensively as well. Although Ashe has gotten into the red zone, this is exactly what you want with a run-heavy offense, to limit those possessions while putting up points on your own.
Yeah, the Rams have really dominated the time of possession, and offensively they've done what they've needed to do. They haven't, gashed the Husky defense like they did last year, but all it's taken were those 2 big run plays, and a decent drive to get a field goal, and that's right now it's all it's going to take.
We've still yet to see the Huskies convert in red zone territory. I believe it's 0 for 3 on the night thus far, and turn it over inside of the 5 on a pair of drives as we see the handoff up the gut that time.
Welburn on that carry.
As Welburn gets it close to the goal line, down, spot it there.
Bring the ball down to about the 3-yard line.
3-yard line. Starmount sniffing that end zone.
For Starmount.
Looking to put an end to the Huskies in this game as the drive continues. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. You know it's going to be 4 down territory, you got to think. Or they could elect to go for the field goal if they don't get in the end zone. You know, they're thinking 6 all the way, though.
Yeah, they'd like to have a 6, but a 3 would be just as good. That would make it a 3-score game, and that would most definitely about put this game out of reach.
And they let this clock roll all the way down to 1 before they take the timeout. Timeout Starmount as they look to use as much time as possible. It is their first timeout of the ball game for the Rams, and it is a Littles Health and Fitness Center timeout. Littles Health and Fitness inviting you to take time out of your day. Get active. Head on down to Littles in West Jefferson. So, Nate, if you're the Ashe County Huskies, what are you doing right here on this 3rd and goal?
You got to figure out a way to most definitely get a stop, but you'd really like to get a turnover, see if you can strip that ball loose. You expect it's going to be a running play here. Like to be able to rip the ball loose, but for Starman, they're going to know that. They're going to have two hands on that football, just really wrapping it up tight, I'm sure.
Yes, Coach Scott Johnson, coach there for Starmount, you know, he's preaching his team, just don't turn it over. 3rd and goal, ball on the 3-yard line of the Huskies. Starmount up 16-0, looking to really put the nail in the coffin. Handoff goes to the left side, looking toward the end zone, going to be stood up. Did he cross the plane? Still waiting on the official signal. No, they're going to be safe. He was stopped short. How about that goal line stand from the Ashe County Huskies?
Yeah, good job by the Huskies there, able to keep them out of the end zone. It's a huge 4th down coming up here.
Wow, maybe a couple of inches. They say it's a game of inches. That proves to be the case on that play. The Huskies barely make the stop. It brings up a 4th and goal. Starmount knocking on the door, though. Hold everything. And we're waiting on... Oh, wow, they called a dead ball foul against the Starmount Rams. Personal foul.
Oh, that's a killer on that one. That makes it, instead of 4th and goal about 2 inches away, it's going to be 4th and goal from the 15.
4th down now coming up.
So that changes the complexion of things. And we'll see Coach Hampton burn a timeout, his first in the 2nd half. It is another Littles Health and Fitness Center timeout. Brought to you by Littles Health and Fitness, inviting you to take time out of your day and get active at Littles in West Jefferson on Radio Hill. So now if you're Starmount, do you bring out the field goal unit again? And Stevens, this would be what, about identical to the last one he made, 32 yards.
Yeah, he's already hit one from exactly this distance. I wouldn't be too surprised to see him try it. A field goal about puts it out of reach, and otherwise, Ashe is going to have a little bit of life left.
So just outside of the 15-yard line, ball is almost right in the middle of the field. Be about a straight-on kick from 32. But they're bringing that offensive unit out onto the field, are the Rams. Going for it on 4th and 15. Got to get it into the end zone if you're Starmount. Here goes the handoff to Lomax, still on his feet down at the 10, but will get no further.
On that carry, brought down by Matthew Greer.
Matthew Greer making the stop on Lomax. Of course, Nate, maybe not a terrible idea if you're Starmount, keeps the clock rolling.
Yeah, it's going to be a turnover on downs. Ashe's going to have to go 90 yards to put this one in the end zone, and then most likely recover an onside kick, and then go from there. Certainly a tall task for the team, but see what the Huskies can do. First, they've got to get that first score.
Long field to work with. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Ellis all alone as he takes the shotgun snap. Feeling the heat, rolling out to the far side, and keeps it himself. Chooses not to make the throw. He's got the first down as he cuts it back upfield. Still plowing his way forward, refusing to go down. However, we do see a penalty marker on the field back around the 20-yard line.
Brings it up to across the 25-yard line. Flag
so he got 15 plus on the carry, but this one could be coming back. I hate to see that if that is indeed on the Huskies. And indeed it will be the case. A holding penalty called. It'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. We'll actually put them about a yard farther back from where they started this drive, just inside their own 10-yard line. We'll call it 1st down and 11. And that kills if you're the Huskies in this situation. Here we go, 5 wide, trips to the near side. Shepard and Hudler to the far end of the field. And Ellis is going to be dropped for a sack.
Colin Ellis holds on to the ball.
Couldn't get away from Corey Carson, the senior middle linebacker.
On that play. Slight loss, actually.
Gets a big-time sack on that one.
2nd and 13.
And another timeout going to be called for the Ashe County Huskies. No room to work that time, Nate, as the big guy closed in quickly on Colin Ellis.
Yeah, just another nice defensive play from Starmount. We've seen it all night. This Ram defense certainly came to play, much like it did last season. A lot of hype about the Husky offense last year, and the Rams took care of that this year. Ashe missing several pieces due to injury, suspension, whatnot, but just the Rams defense has just been the story of tonight's game.
Yeah, they limited the Huskies to 19 last year. And of course, the final score was late in the ball game. And tonight, pitching a shutout to this point. I think you might say that Johnson may have this Husky team's number.
It seems like that's certainly been the case with Starmount over the years.
Ellis taking off from his old goal line out across the 10, the 15, the 20, got some room. He's going to sidestep to the sideline, and a great run there by the quarterback keeps this drive going. That's a big-time 1st down picked up for the Huskies.
Yeah, really had to have that one. Starmount dropped a lot of guys back in coverage on that play, and Ellis able to take advantage of it.
And Ashe County will now have the ball at the 25.
He does add another wrinkle for the opposing teams and their game planning. Such an athlete. Of course, last year he had a touchdown catch against Starmount and a nice game overall. Doing it from a different position this season is Colin Ellis, and working out very well so far for the Huskies. So it's going to be 1st down for the Huskies. Ball at the 25-yard line. They're trying to pull off an improbable comeback late in the 4th quarter, trailing by 16. There's a good start. Once again, Branson Shepard. First game at the varsity level and his first catch. Very near a 1st down for the Ashe County Huskies.
Pass complete. We'll bring the ball
Gets it up to the 35-yard line.
A 2nd and 1 now coming up.
Yard shy of the 1st down. 2nd and 1 upcoming. Huskies working quickly. Time definitely not on their side. There's another pass to Shepard and another great catch. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving along there. 1st down, Ashe County.
Well, good to see a freshman getting some work in there on the offense.
Ball out to the 44-yard line. 1st down, Huskies. Closing minutes in the ball game. Got to come up with some answers and fast if you're Ashe County, trailing at 16-0. Ellis ducks out of trouble there, throws on the run, and incomplete. He was looking Shepard's way once again, and that one was thrown really at his feet. No chance to make a catch there, and that'll go down as an incomplete pass.
Ball from the 44-yard line.
So the ball still at the 44 of the Huskies. 2nd down and 10. Let's see if Colin Ellis can pull the proverbial rabbit out of his hat, make the comeback. Low snap, recovers nicely. Nice ball, and pass is caught by Simon Houck. Hits his man in stride, still on his feet, refusing to go down, will finally be stood up, and the play is blown dead. And the flag comes in as well. He gets down inside the 40. They spotted him there at the 39, most importantly for Ashe, a 1st down. And the initial signal there, face mask. And that'd be a big-time break there for the Huskies, get an extra 15 yards and no time off the clock.
Yeah, that's exactly what the call is. That'll help out nicely.
So move it on down the field, tack on 15 more.
That'll bring the ball up to the 25-yard line. Ashe will have a 1st and
Marks
10
at the
for
25, 1st down Huskies. Ellis all alone in the backfield again as they get set up for the upcoming play. 5 wide. Working the ball downfield quickly are the Huskies. Ellis looking end zone. It's bobbled and caught. Threaded the needle, and McNeil able to find the handle after some trouble initially. Touchdown Huskies. That's been a long time coming.
That's a great throw there by Ellis, and keeps Ashe alive here. Not a whole lot of time left on the clock, under a minute to play, but they got to go for 2 here first and foremost. If they don't get the 2-point conversion, that pretty much will seal this game.
As we saw there on the Mountain Outfitters replay, beautiful throw delivered by Colin Ellis. Plenty of pepper on that one. Threaded the needle, and McNeil bobbled it, hangs on to it. As you said, though, now you've got to get the 2-point conversion. Starmount going to call the timeout. Coach Johnson going to get his defense set up. It is another Little's Health and Fitness Center timeout. So 8 for the Huskies. That's been a long time coming on that touchdown, but they'll take it.
Yeah, they're finally able to put a drive into the end zone there. First time all night, unfortunately, for Ashe. Had plenty of good chances, just hasn't went the Huskies' way. And credit goes to the Ram defense for making it difficult on them.
They find the end zone, but is it too little, too late for the Huskies? That pulls it within 16-6. Got to get the 2-point conversion that is upcoming. What are you drawing up here if you're Coach Hampton? You haven't had success in the red zone, and this is basically a red zone opportunity right here for the Huskies.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be a tough call here. Ashe going to spread it out. Went 5 wide here. And it could be spread it out to try to let Colin Ellis run it in.
So this is the ball game, folks, with just 48 seconds left on the clock. Ashe trailing by 10, got to get the 2-point conversion. Then, of course, the ensuing kickoff. Low snap. Ellis looking in zone, has his man, and it's dropped. No good on the 2-point conversion. Prescott did have some nice pressure on Richardson, but that was huge, and it looks like Starmount's going to survive.
That's a tough break there for Ashe, not able to get that 2-point play. And coming up here, certainly see an onside kick, but it's going to be tough to be able to get the ball back and score and do it all over again. That 2-point conversion pretty much sealed it.
As we look at that Ashe County Ford drive to the end zone, finally the Huskies are able to get in. 7 plays, 90 yards, but took them a little while there, especially at this juncture in the game. About 2 minutes, 12 seconds, but a nice job capping it off. That was a beautiful pass from Ellis to McNeil.
Yeah, that was a great pass. That's the type of passes we've seen all year from Colin Ellis. They just haven't went his way tonight. He's made some good throws, but we've also had some big drops out there as well. It just hasn't been the Huskies' night, and a lot of that goes to the Ram defense playing some great coverage out there.
16-6 is where we stand. McNeil's going to kick this one off. He's officially done it all in this one. Punted. And he plays some defense and kickoff return, punt return. Of course, he stars on offense and now on the kickoff. Hands team on the field for Starmount. Ashe looking to recover. This onside kick attempt forthcoming. Keep just a slight chance of pulling this one off alive. And the kick rolls on, and it will go out of bounds. Not the best of attempts there. A little too much on it that time. And Starmount's going to get the football and can just ice this one away. Ashe with only one timeout remaining. So unable to recover after failing on the two-point conversion, which was really going to make it even harder for the Ashe County Huskies, and it looks like their comeback bid is going to fall short. They trailed all night long and ended up being too little too late here. Starmount comes onto the field on their own right at the 50-yard line.
Yeah, it's been a good game all around for Starmount. I'm sure their coaching staff knows plenty of stuff they'd like to see them do better, but from our vantage point up here, Starmount's played a pretty good ball game. They've ran the ball well, and they've played pretty good defense all in all. Held Ashe in check. They let them get to the red zone, but after that, just absolutely nothing doing for the Huskies.
Smithers takes the knee, and the clock just going to roll on down. Hampton not even going to burn his final timeout. And Starmount will come out of here with the victory tonight, as they have come in to Ashe County and silenced the crowd in the next to last game of the season for the Huskies. Here comes one more knee, and that's going to be the final play of our ball game. So the Huskies falling at home to the rival Starmount Rams. Can't avenge last year's loss, I should say. And they come up on the short end of the stick as we hear the whistle blow here, finalize this one 16-6. Starmount comes out on top. And Nate, it's not that Ashe played a bad game. You held Starmount to 16 points, and really it comes down to two plays. If you're looking at it from Ashe County's standpoint, you gave away two big-time runs from Prescott, and that was the difference.
Yeah, and the Husky offense just not able to put it in the end zone. Really could have been a whole different game if they would have scored on all three of those red zone possessions. I mean, you're looking at a 28-16 win. So just not Ashe's night so far. Offensively, just wasn't meant to be, but nothing to hang their head about. Starmount's a heck of a team.
And how about the game tonight, even in the loss, from Colin Ellis? He accounted for all the Husky offense, 245 in the air and a touchdown, and 108 rushing yards on 16 carries.
Yeah, the definition of a dual threat quarterback right there. Just a threat from all aspects, and Starmount did what they could. Couldn't stop him, but able to stop the offense when they needed to. And, of course, just another great game from Mason McNeil, 8 catches, 111 yards, and a score. And some of the young guys pitching in, Simon Houck, Branson Shepard, Grant Thompson, all underclassmen there, able to help out in the absence of Judd Price, but just wasn't the Huskies' night all around.
So the inability to finish off those drives comes back to haunt the Huskies, and you said some young guys stepping up, and Huskies will have to recover here as it'll be senior night next week. Right here at Ashe County High School, we'll be there to bring it to you. Thanks for watching on Sky Zone Sports and Sky Zone HD, Channel 1.